True girlfriend horror story.
My wife, Haley, had been always struggling with a list of mental illnesses. But of course, I wouldn't blame her after all she'd done for me. The first year after we got married, our life was like a dream. However, Haley changed when she found out she couldn't have children. She often had trouble sleeping and had to take medicine, yet her condition only got worse. And strange things constantly happened in our house after that. Once, after having the sweet night together, I cuddled Haley to sleep. I don't know how long it had passed. I was woken up by an uncomfortable feeling around my chest. When I opened my eyes, it was pitch black. That's when I realized my face was covered by the pillow, and the one who was pressing the pillow down my face was none other than Haley. It seemed like she wanted to take my life, but the oxygen level gradually ran out. My whole chest tightened, and pain invaded my body. I didn't get why my wife was so strong then. I screamed and yanked until I was finally able to get out. What the heck, Haley? She kept her gaze in and wandered back to her bedroom. The scary thing is that after such incidents, Haley did not remember anything. The next morning, when I told her to change doctors, Haley insisted it was all because the house was haunted. The demons in the house kept commanding her to harm me, and when she disobeyed, they would take over her body. We decided to move to the suburbs. Haley could no longer hear the voice in her head. She was happy, and so was I. At the end of October, I had to work away from home for a week, although Haley was still taking her regular medication. I still wanted her to invite her friends to come over. However, my wife refused. Don't worry, the old Haley was dead. I had to give up and start my business trip. On the fifth day of my business trip, I called to find Haley much worse than usual. I tried to ask, but Haley said, I'm just tired. The next day and the day after that, I called again, but Haley didn't answer. I called an early flight to make sure she's okay. I arrived in the living room at 11 o'clock at night. Haley was not in the living room. I called everywhere but got no answer. She must be asleep, I thought, as I headed for the stairs. Oh God, my poor wife. To my horror, I found my wife's body hanging from the banister. On there was a saying, I'm sorry, but the voice doesn't stop. I have to stop it myself before I hurt you again. I was about to help her down when I realized it was too late. Her neck had been hanging for so long that it stretched a few inches. You probably already know what happened after that. I called 911. It's been a year since Haley died. This might be the right time for my lover, Daniel, to move in. Fake fertility results, swapping sleeping pills, installing a remote control sound system in my home. A good story that took a lot of work to come up with. All of it worked perfectly, and nobody even doubted. It's all worth it though, as now I can live a long life with the love of my life.